Okay, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We really do appreciate the timeliness. Some persons joined in even way before 10 a.m. I mean, that's we're happy about that. So now we have some persons who are you know delayed now. So we just want to see if we can have like 2 minutes and and we'll kick off just to wait for give some time to some people to join so that we don't have them, dragging behind when we start. Okay, please sit back. We'll be starting in the next 2-3 minutes maximum. Thank you. Okay, so I think we can run now. Just 2 minutes is enough. They will join us as soon as they join us. All right. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining. Today we'll be discussing automating business process, streamlining workflows powered by Microsoft Power Apps. Our presenter today is our CTO, Mr. Yusuf Garba, and he will be taking us through the preliminary section of, what our outline has been. And Mr. Mohammed Gawi will also show us a little bit of demonstration of how this would look like, probably in other customers' space, what they have done, successful they were, so you also understand how to implement. And I will come back later on to show us, how we can engage on this. Okay, so now I'll hand over to Mr. Yusuf to take us through the presentation. Mr. Yusuf.
All right. Thank you, Ayo. Thank you for the introduction. Good morning, everyone. I would like to welcome all of you to this webinar that we're going to be running through in a very short time. So we're going to be having a webinar discussing about automating your business process workflow and the benefit and importance of it. And then we're going to talk through some of the case studies that we have done somewhere and how it helped their own businesses. So I hope everyone can see my screen now so that we can continue. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at just an overview of the Power Platform and the business process automation. In our agenda today, we're going to be discussing the definition and importance of automating your business processes, and then the benefits it gives your businesses all over. And then we are going to show an introduction into the Power Platform, which is and its features and some of its capabilities, because that's the engine for business process automation. So we're going to be looking at that. And then we're going to be looking at some case studies and success stories recorded by some of the companies that we've worked with that are using, that we help them automate their business processes. So we're going to be looking briefly into that. And then after, we'll have a little demo of one of the processes that we show. Then from there, we can have our closing. Going forward, the objective of this webinar is for us to introduce all of you to Power Platform, show it overview, and how it will help help your business automate your processes. Because I know majority of you here are already using Microsoft 365, and then and when you are using Microsoft 365, automatically you have a Power Platform in it. There is the free version, and then there is the paid version. So once you are using Office 365, for you to maximize the usage of your investment, because you've already invested heavily on it by using it. So for you to maximize the usage, there are actually some tools that are in your subscription that you can use to automate your business processes without spending more on other licenses or using other platforms. So in a very single platform, you can be able to use your emails and your favorite Office applications, and then get your business process without spending much money. So we're going to be looking at that platform, and then the success stories, as we said, and then the importance of automation. So first and foremost, to understand business process automation, every business actually needs to automate their processes, because the world has already gone, the technology has already expanded, and then there is no business, any business that does not involve technology in their processes, they are definitely not going to be efficient. And the current trends of technology right now, if you are not involving technology in your business, definitely the business is not going to be efficient, and it might not give you the ROI that you want, and you will not be making profit, and then you will not be getting the number of customers you want to be getting. So all businesses need to involve technology, and involving technology, you need to automate your processes, all your internal processes and then external processes, because there are a lot of internal processes like leave requests, cash requests, and all of that companies usually used to have. So all of these things need to be automated rather than picking up papers and going around looking for approvals, So you need to automate your business processes, because it has become imperative for every business to automate. And once you automate your business processes, the business will run seamlessly from anywhere in the office, where you don't have to be present before the business can continue. Yeah, so that's that. And then the benefits, once you automate your business processes, definitely there's going to be increase in productivity, because you don't have to be there and then you don't have to be there to approve, most especially for business leaders and head of departments, you don't have to be there. So it increases your productivity by you not focusing on doing the manual process, because your process is automated. You have your phone always with you. You have your laptop, as long as you have internet. You can just do your work without spending much time. And then it actually reduces errors for you, and then it saves time and cost. Because before now, I think businesses, when using manual processes, you have to, when there is an approval, an urgent approval for something, you have to be present, you have to come to the office and sign some document. So with this now, once your process is automated, you don't have to be there. In fact, you don't have to be with your laptop. Since phones have already now become part of us, it has become part of our daily life. So from your own phone, you can be able to make a request or approve a request from your phone. So it saves you time, and then it saves you money for purchase of all these materials and all of that. And it improves your service delivery to customers because you respond to customers faster, and then you make faster decision and all of that. And from there, we're going to be looking at in depth of the little challenges that will come up when you want to effect changes, to when you want to bring something new to your organization. There's always going to be some little resistance. So we are going to be looking at that as well in depth a bit in a short time. So just as we said earlier, the key benefits here, it enhances your overall efficiency. It reduces errors because there is an application that one can just go type in, and if there is any error, because there is an approval process, that request can be rejected, or it can be approved for it to move forward. So it reduces all these kind of errors. It gives you a better insight into your business, because all of the requests that will be sent, there is a database somewhere that all those requests are stored. When you automate, all of these the requests are being stored, and then with the power of with using a Power Platform, you can actually be having a greater insight report on what is going on in your own organization. And it improves your service delivery because your customers will be happy, you'll be responding faster, and then you'll be making quick decisions. So the challenges that we talk about, that when you are bringing Power Platform or you're trying to automate your businesses, are just some few challenges which are easily overcome. The first one is the resistance. Is the nature of every human being to resist change. That's a nature. It's the nature of human being. They always will not want to do that change willingly. So when you try to something new into the organization at the initial stage, you may face some challenges where some of your employees or some of the staffs will not want to change the way they do things, because they are used to their manual process. They will be thinking automating the processes is something cumbersome. Then there is that fear for some of the staffs, based on our own experience, there is that fear of becoming redundant. There are some staffs that their work is just routine. They do just one thing every day, and then thinking once that thing that they are doing every day manually is automated, there is that fear of them being redundant in the company. So that challenge is definitely where, and it's something that can be overcome by the company by convincing the staffs on how the automation of the business process is actually better for them, and it increases their efficiency and productivity overall. And then another challenge too is the upfront investment that you need to make. So actually for automating business processes, the upfront investment you will make first is actually acquiring the Office 365. And so majority of you here already using Office 365. So you've actually made the high investment. You've actually gone through that high upfront cost, because the upfront cost is actually acquiring the licenses. Once you have an Office 365, any of the plans, is some form of free Power Platform that comes with it. So that initial investment that you venture into, okay, acquiring the Office 365 license, you've already made that. And then another one that you will make is usually a one-off payment, a one-off expense that you will make, one-off investment you'll pay the developers to help you build some of these applications. And once they build it, I think the application is with you permanent. It's not something that is renewable or so. So it's just going to be an upfront cost, and it's just a one-off cost. And then once you do that, keep your good. I think that's one of them. And then the other challenge that you may face when you're trying to automate, most especially using the Power Platform, is the integration with third-party applications. Though it depends if you may already have some of the applications that you're using, and then you will want to incorporate those third party or those core business applications into your everyday business process when you're automating with Power Platform. So there is that challenge there, and there is that compatibility issues at times. But with Power Platform, actually, even though the challenge exists, but if your core application, the core application that you're using for your business has an API, is something that can be overcome, because Power Platform is now open and it's robust, and it can be integrated with any other application as long as the application has an API. So it's going to be integrated. I think that's the only challenge you'll face there is maybe when the other third-party application does not have an API integration into it. And that will easily be overcome as long as there is an API. And there is that maintenance. So there is a maintenance cost where sometimes processes do change along the way. So processes do change along the way. So some of these challenges that you will face, you may have to have someone dedicated, maybe a company like us, dedicated, that will be helping you changing some of these processes and giving you ongoing support and all of that. So that one too is another challenge. And then it's a challenge and not a challenge at the same time, because if you have a technical department, your IT department can be trained maybe after deployment, after implementation of the app, after deployment. Your IT department can actually be trained to be able to handle some of these little changes, because the Power Platform application itself is actually an application that is open to everyone that is willing to learn, and it's an application that is easy to learn, an application that Microsoft make it so that you internally can be able to develop some of these applications yourself. Your own technical staff can be able to do that without needing so much help somewhere times. So now we're going to be looking at the Power Platform. The Power Platform have some other applications under it. Those applications, I'm sure some of you must have heard or have seen Power BI. So Power BI too is part of the application that is under Microsoft Power Platform. And then there is the Power Apps itself, and then there is Power Automate, and of course there is Power Virtual Agent. So we're going to be looking at them. Power BI, an application that gives data insight. It's a data analytics platform. You must have seen or heard about it. So it's actually part of the Power Platform family. It does data analytics. It visualizes data. It gives you insight into your own business. Then we have the Power Apps, which is the engine for actually developing the applications. So Power Apps serves as the engine behind all the applications that are going to be built on Power Platform. So it's a low-code application, sometimes no code at all, because there are some applications that you will develop with no coding at all. It does not need you to have a coding skill to be able to develop some of the simpler applications. So if there are some complex applications, that's when maybe some little experience with JavaScript and maybe HTML can come into play here. So it's actually low code, and anyone can actually be able to develop a very simple app using the Power App. So it's the interface where you developed those applications. And then we have the notification and automation engine, which is the Power Automate. Actually, so Power Automate is part of the Power Platform ecosystem. and it's the sending notifications for approvals and all of that, including integration. So all the integrations that will happen in the Power Platform, all notifications that you will receive, all the webhooks that you will send and receive on the Power Platform, and other integrations that you'll make, you actually do all that with Power Platform, with Power Automate. So Power Automate is actually an application that is so versatile that is not limited to just the Microsoft platform. It is actually very, very versatile and very easy to use. We've seen organization where individual users create different automations with Power Automate for their own individual use. So it doesn't have to be an application that you will automate for the entire organization. You as a single user that have Office 365 license, you can actually do, if there are some manual tasks that you used to do, or some routine tasks that you used to handle, or some of the notifications you want to be reminded, and some of that and all of that, then you can actually use Microsoft Power Automate to automate some of these daily tasks that you used to do. I know that there is some organization that I see where they used to receive daily information in their email. There is a daily information, some figures are being sent to their email daily, and then they have an Excel sheet where they have to copy those figures. They will go and put it in that Excel sheet for them to actually then take that Excel sheet to a BI platform where they will go there and again and present a report. So with using Power Automate, one of the employees that is not even very, very tech savvy was able to automate a flow, created a flow that can read the body of that entire email and then pick up those figures from there. It pick up those figures and then put them in the Excel sheet. And then from the Excel sheet, it take those figures to the Power BI platform. Visualization of that report can be seen. All of that, instead of doing that job manually every day, because he receives those figures every single day, maybe by 5 p.m., he has to copy them, put them in an Excel sheet, and then from there, he takes them to BI so that the report can be shown. So him using his own platform, knowing the kind of tools he has in his hand, was able to develop a Power Automate flow that can help him do that. And actually, it's something very simple that I think anyone can actually be able to use it. It's actually very simple to use the Power Automate. So you can be able to, any work that you do it routinely, you do it manually every day, or it's something that is consistent that you do every day. You can just think of anything. It's something, as long as you're doing it within the computing platform, it's something that you can use Power Automate to help you do that. You just need to think of the flow. What do you do? What do you used to do every day? Okay, you can just look at it and then automate it with Power Automate, and then it will help you be doing it while you focus on other things that are more significant for you, and you have more time. And then among the Power Platform ecosystem, again, we have this Power Virtual Agent. So Power Virtual Agent is actually an open platform for you to build like an autoresponder or an agent application that responds to your customers. So you can build it's just like you building a robot and a chatbot that created into your website or any of your applications with predefined answers and then predefined questions and answers. So you can be able to build that and then integrate it to your website or integrate it to your other applications with Power Virtual Agent. So it does response to customers' inquiries automatically. And then if the customer requested that he wants to speak with someone, then the Power Virtual Agent can actually reach out to an actual agent, a human being that can be able to speak with the customer on board. Yeah, so from there we go to the benefit of using the platform. Of course, I think is something that we've discussed earlier. It's seamless integration with Office 365. I think I've already said that you having an Office 365, meaning you already have an edge in this regard. You have it integrated, and then it will be easier for the entire Power Platform to sync into all of your favorite applications that you use from Outlook, Word, Excel, etc. So all of these applications are actually easy to integrate. They are already integrated. You just need to do some configuration for you to use it. And then it actually allow users to customize it, just like the way I said it. Both the Power Apps, the Power Automate, the entire Power Platform applications are actually applications that Microsoft have made them very easy that any of your users, anybody can be able to build a very simple application and a very simple flow for them to make their work even more efficient and to make to create time for them to focus on other things while automating other applications. So you don't have to be actually a tech savvy for you to be able to build an application in Power Platform. So it's actually an open application and open platform for you to build and increase the productivity and efficiency of your organization. And then some of the success stories, I did just a few of them, few of the people I put here. Uh, we have Abe Mortgage Bank, maybe you know them or you don't know them. They have their headquarters here in Lagos. So Abe Mortgage Bank internal processes, their entire internal processes was automated using the same platform. They are a bank. Almost all their internal process that goes through in and out has been automated using this platform, and they are using it. They become more efficient. They respond to their customers faster, uh, and then it increases their employees' productivity by focusing on more technical aspect or some things that are even more important than doing a repetitive task. Same way with NI PSB, that's NI Payment Service Bank. They are actually a new bank as well. They have a lot of processes, a lot of internal processes that were automated using the same platform. And notably, there is another process that they have for customer account upgrade. When you open a bank account with them, you can open the bank account online, and then immediately you open it, there is a process that runs in the background. So that process that runs in the background after you fill the form online and all of that, those process that runs in the background for approval and all of that were actually done using Power Automate and Power App. So all of that process, there is an approval process that will go immediately. You sign up, you receive an account number within 5 minutes. So some of this process goes through Power Automate and then Power Apps. And then when your account is open, but it's going to be on PND, maybe with limitation of how much you can withdraw. So once you upload all your KYC documents, the KYC documents, you upload it from the site. The background that runs that process is Power BI and Power Automate and then Power Apps. It takes those documents, it runs them through internal approvals and till it gets the final verification and approval, and then it sends you a message, and that same Power Platform upgrade the app, upgrade your account to actually a standard app, to standard account that you can withdraw any amount and deposit any amount. So that background process of account opening and account upgrade and all of that were actually done with Power Platform. So it's a very beautiful application. When you look at it, it's a beautiful success story that they recorded, because it has reduced a lot of it has reduced the process. Before, it takes maybe a month or many weeks for them to be able to upgrade your account, because after you upload those documents, it has to be downloaded. After it's downloaded, they have to go around and get everybody's approval, So with automating of the process, it doesn't matter if the key approvers are not even in the office or they are not even in the country. It's something that it makes it faster for them they can approve from their phone. They can do all the review that they need to do and check and then approve it. And within an hour or two, you receive a notification that your account has been upgraded after submission. Yeah, so that's that, and it's a beautiful process that maybe I'm sure a lot of other banks will come into play. It doesn't take weeks for your account to be upgraded. It takes just maybe few minutes or maximum an hour for it to just go through all the approvals and you're good. And then we have another case study, White Clone. They are like a HR company. They do recruitment for all the big banks and all the other companies. They do recruitment for them. So that recruitment process was cumbersome for them. They receive a lot of CVs. They have thousands and thousands of staffs that are under them. And to manage that huge amount of data is actually a very, very tedious work. And it's something that is difficult for you to be able to keep a CV of, let's say, 10,000 or 15,000 staffs that are under your belt. So it's actually very difficult for you. So we engaged them, and then we were able to develop an application for them with the Power Platform that will help them recruitment process, and then after the recruitment process, and then onboarding of those of those staffs, the new employees that are going to be recruited, and then keeping those data, the history of the recruitment, history of the onboarding, and all the information that is related to all those employees are kept in a folder, and all of that are automated using the Power Platform. And with just a single search, you can get all information about any of the employees that they have within the system. It's actually one of the very beautiful applications that was built on. All of that was done on the Power Platform. So this, in brief, these are some of the success stories and some of the case studies that we have, that just to show you what is possible with Power Platform and what you can actually be able to achieve in your organization with this system. And going on more, this is a sample interface of one of the applications that we've made. This one is for a separate customer, and the name is withheld for now. It's an application that is actually for management of a city, an entire city. It's being managed by this application. In the cities, we have districts, we have plots, and we have all of this information about the owner of a plot, owner of the city, and all that. So this is actually another application that was developed just by us, and then is helping the organization it's helping them to keep information and then keep track. It's actually a very good one, because not only internal process, including external process. So this application not only allow internal users, but external users can come into the application too and make and actually make some changes or upload some documents for them to use. Moving on, this is another case study of an application was actually deployed to other customers, and then internally here too, we have this application that we are using for our HR management and employee management in particular. So this is a sample interface of the application. That, as you can see from the interface, there are some beautiful information in the dashboard showing all this was built on the Power Platform. So it's not another application that is completely outside this. It's actually built on the Power Platform that you already have within your Office 365. So this was built with it. And then from here, I have my colleague on this call where I'll call him in now just to show us a little demo on this particular application, because this is an internal application that is we use actually for demo internally here. So it's something that we can be able to show it to all of you, and then just maybe 1 or 2 minute demo so that you can see the interface beautifully and see how some of these options that were listed by the site and how what kind of information is already there. All of this was built on the Power Platform. So let me just call him in, share his screen to just run us through briefly. In two minutes or 3 minutes, we'll be done with it. Okay, Mohammed, can you share your screen and then run us through the application? Just 2 or 3 minutes.
All right, so good morning, everyone. So here we have a HR management system which was created using the Power Apps on the Power Platform. So this application is for the HR manager to manage the activities within the organization, to manage employees. As you can see, we have where they manage employees, the employees' attendance, the employee onboarding, the leave request within the organization. And we also have a section where they can view the total list. So as you can see here, we have a chart which analyzes the employee distribution based on gender. And here we have another chart which analyzes the employees based on their departments. So you can see we have the admin, the accounting, the IT. The chart is showing us the total number of the employees based on their departments here. So if we click, it will where we'll be able to see the employee attendance. So we have another application called employee attendance where the employees will sign in and sign every day. So here we have upcoming birthday. So if there is any employee that have a birthday which is upcoming, it will be shown here. And we also have job anniversaries, whereby if there is any upcoming job anniversary by employee, it is going to display so the HR will be able to see. So here the HR see the list of people that sign in today. And here the HR will be able to see list of people that did not sign out maybe from yesterday. So if you click here, you'll be able to see the list of those who did not sign out yesterday. And here we have an add new button where the HR will be able to add people, which is the employee onboarding. And then the HR can add the birthday to employees. They can create job anniversaries for the employees. So if we go back here, if we come to, we have employee folders where the HR will be able to see all the folders that belong to the employee. By selecting that folder, you to view all the records uploaded regarding that employee. So maybe if it is a report whereby the employees used to update every month at the end of the month, so they will upload it to their own folders and the HR will be able to be seeing it here in the employee folders. So we also have leave request, whereby we have an application. We have a leave request application similar to this, where the employees will submit their own leave requests. It will come to the HR for approval. And then after approving, the HR will be able to see all the records and previous history of those requests. As you can see, we can filter by pending, we can filter by approved, we can filter by those that were declined. And then the HR manager will be able to see the leave bank based on employees' information. And then they can click on employee to see the leave bank of that employee, as you can see, and the previous leave histories belonging to the employee. We also have company holidays where the HR manager can upload if there is any holiday upcoming by the company. And we also have the leave policies where the HR will upload the leave policies. But when the employees are trying to create a leave, they will be able to view the policies so that they will limitations and how they should create their own. We have where the HR can upload can update these policies. So basically, I think that's just all we have for this HR management system, which was created using the Power Platform. So this is just a demo sample which we use here. So, and the application is customizable. So this was created based on our own internal demand here in Velvet. So I
All
think,
right.
Mr. Yusuf, you can continue.
All right, Mohammed. Thank you. So I think seeing the sample or a little demo of what is possible with Power Platform, I'm sure running through these slides in this webinar, you are able to we were able to touch through the importance of the business process automation, and then the Power Platform itself and its capabilities and what it can do for your business. I'm sure you are able to understand the power it carries, just like the name. The name carries Power Platform. So you're able to see the power of that platform is actually in action. Kind of applications that you can be able to build, and then how you can automate your business processes with it. And then and this is bringing us closer to the end of the webinar. So in the meantime, next steps after this, uh, you know, uh, all of these applications and some of these stories and case studies that you see we presented actually are done by our engineers here in Velvet. We're able to do all that, and it's something that we can do all of these processes to tailor to your own needs in your own organization. And as a bonus for attending this webinar, attendance that we have here, you have from us, you can for a two-step simple power process, power automate process, two-step process, maybe just two-step approvals for free from us. So if you have any process that you want to test test the ability of the Power Platform that you already have, I think we are free to implement one process for you for free, and the process should not be more than two-step approvals. We are willing and then to help you do that for free for as a thank you for attending this, for you to actually believe that the Power Platform and then can be able to help you automate your business processes. And then after this webinar, I think an email will be sent with a form. So anybody that is interested in having uh, its process automated based on this offer that we'll give it, can be able to respond to an email survey that will be shared immediately after this. Then from here, we'll open the floor for question and answers. I think we still have some time in our hands. The floor is open for any question from the attendees. Thank you. We
All
have
right.
anyone
Thank
with a
you very
question, you
much,
can talk
Mr.
or
Yusuf.
you can.
I really do appreciate that time, and also Mr. Mohammed, thank you very much. The demo also explains it best. So now we will just go through the question and answer session. I haven't understood that with your existing Microsoft 365 license, you already have Microsoft Power Apps. And as the world is changing, definitely everyone needs to adapt very quickly to, automated processes, no matter the third-party applications that you're using. It's very important that you ensure that your processes are automated. One major challenge I faced when I was trying to discuss this with the public sector organization was the love for paperwork, right? So I would say, I mean, why would you want to keep printing papers here and after so much discussions with them, we were able to automate their, I think it was their employee attendance. Yes, employee attendance we're able to automate. But for private sector, it's very, very easy for you to manage such changes because everyone really wants to work smart, right? So no matter the process that you're having right now, you need to look into it and find a way that you want to automate that. I see a question in the chat. Give me a second. Can AI process Excel reports to generate graphs and trends? This is very, very possible. This is 100% possible. I mean, Power BI is superior to Excel. And the reason is because of the analytics capabilities, right? Yes, this is very, very possible. Okay, so in the chat now, you would please access the chat. You would see a form that is going to be dropped there in tabs now. Let me drop it right now. Okay, so I'm sending the form to the chat. Please, I'll appreciate if everyone on this call can access the chat and click the form to give us back on this event. Just let us know how it went. If you appreciate it, rate the speak. Let us know what you think about, having it. Please just click the start button to be able to access it right now. Inside this form, you have you see the option of indicating interest in the free offer, which he has indicated Mr. Yusuf spoke about, right? So please, if you're interested in that, let us know. There's also an option there for people who already are used to Microsoft Power Apps who wants to train their team. There's a discount on that training, so just let us know in the form. And lastly, I think there's also another option there for those who want to review their current processes, right? And look for ways to automate them. And yes, that's also their terms and conditions to that. And then anyone who wants to just request an evaluation, cost estimation, and maybe get a quotation for a number of processes, there's a department that you really want to look at. There is a department that you want to also, maybe one or two departments, right? Yes, you just go straight to it and we can have that. That's also an option. So let us know if that's what you want. Suleiman says, please, can we have the form emailed to us? Yes, the form can be emailed to you. Let me do that right now. So I'm emailing this to everyone here. Give me 1 second. Okay, please confirm that you received it via email. If you, so it will send to your registered email, right? If you registered with a Gmail, please go check your Gmail account. You should see it. If you registered with Hotmail, just whatever you use to register, just go there and check now. You would find it mailed to everyone. And if you want to just mail directly to me, please, this is my email. And email directly at, and we can start that conversation. Please, no one should sleep on this. You already have Microsoft 365, so please just eat this while you can, please. And I think the free stuff is for limited. It's actually limited, so it's basically first come first serve. So I think it's the first 5 interests that we see that we will attend to. So please let us have those interests coming quickly. And for those who want to just trying to get cost calculation for them, you already know how Power Apps. You want to just build something around a particular department which may have been aching you. They are always coming to you. Just to automate it. Everybody go to the app. It's already on your Teams. You can actually integrate it to Teams. That's something quickly wanted to say. You can put it on Teams, add it on an app, so everyone just goes there. If you want to do this, click there, and you get your answer. Very simple, straight to the point. We have a smarter organization, a smarter 21st century organization. All right, thank you guys once again. We just have 10 minutes left in this call before we run away. Please, if there's any questions, we can answer before we call it a day. Thank you guys for filling the form. I'm seeing the survey forms coming in. I appreciate your submissions. Please, let's keep it coming. Let's keep them coming. Any questions before we run?
Hello, sorry.
Okay,
Good
someone has
morning.
a question.
Good
Please
morning.
go ahead.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Thank you very much for the presentation, Yusuf. Appreciate it. Very, very, very intuitive. The question, though, I've been missing some of the webinar because I need to be in another meeting. I just want to confirm if we're going to be access to the webinar so that we can also, look at it. So that I can able to grab some of the part that I missed.
Sorry, are you referring to the recording of the webinar?
Yes, yes.
Okay, we will try to, our best I can do about, uploading it and also sharing so that, because if we share from here, Microsoft tenant policy might not let you to view. So what we'll do is try to export to, let's say, YouTube. And yeah, you will get it on YouTube.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you too. God bless you. And for everyone who is on this call, please, this is also a short update on our webinars. We have another one coming up on the 21st of this month, 20th of this month, about 2 Wednesdays away from today. So please, it's all about driving enterprise growth with Microsoft 365 secured productivity. So what the event is basically about is trying to explain to us how secure our organizations can actually be with Microsoft. Since you're already using Microsoft, please, you would want to miss that session. I just dropped the link to the registration for that on the chat. So you can just register now ahead of time, right? So which particular license do you need to have access to Power Apps and Power Automate? I mean, if you have Microsoft Business Standard, Business Premium, all these Microsoft Business application licenses, you already have Power Apps. And then if you want to, so it depends on what kind of process that you want to build, right? So there might be people who are here who want to automate bigger processes or maybe interdependent department processes, like the HR, want to do the HR, the finance department, the IT department. You want huge processes to be developed for you. There is a possibility that while we're trying to connect one or two things, you might need a Power Apps Pro license, right? Yeah, it's not expensive anyway. So the Power Apps Pro license is about, I don't know, $12 or something, right? Yeah. So, but you just need one license or two, thereabout, depending on how you are trying to put those things together to set it up, right? Otherwise, the basic license is you already have it, right? So please let us know if that's maybe managerial level processes dedicated for that. If you qualify, once we check the number of people who reach out to the first 5, you'll be called for a session where you will tell us the process you want to, an envisioning session. You tell us the process you think you want to, will be better if you start from that process to automate. Maybe it might be the MD, and the IT, right? There's a conversation that always repeats itself. Approval of something. It might be expense, something that that if we automate for you, it will spark the interest of everyone in the organization to begin to start automation, right? That is what we are trying to achieve to make sure that every organization sees automation as very important and they deliver on it. The link to our YouTube channel is also here. You can subscribe, so immediately it drops, you get a notification, and you can just access it directly, the recordings for this section. Okay, if there is no other question, we will want to call it a day. Thank you guys for who has filled. We really do appreciate, and see you guys on 20th November for the security and productivity. Have a lovely day. Thank you, Mr. Yusuf. Thank you, Alachi. Once again, thank you, Peace. Thank you, all the Viva team. Thank you, all our customers. We appreciate your time. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.